Today, it's continuing with the Commodore 64 version of Magicland Dizzy. Now, if you're watching last Thursday, I started the game and I progressed through to rescuing all of the Yolk Folk, 6 characters, 6 of the title named character Dizzy. 6 of his friends had to be rescued from the evil wizard Zax, which I did, and I defeated the evil wizard Zax. And I need to carry on because the game isn't over. So let's just load it up straight away. We've got the nice Commodore 64 screen here ready. This is such a fantastic screen, isn't it? Anyone who grew up with the Commodore 64 will love this screen, I'm absolutely sure. But we're not doing anything in here because this is emulated and we have save states. I think. I hope. Bear with me. I should have researched this actually, just made sure I did actually save it last time. If I didn't save it last time, then I'm in trouble. Stream 2 endpoint. Maybe that's where we got to. Should we have a little look? No. Oh no! Now I'm really worried. I'm really worried that I didn't save the game. Really worried. That would be really bad. Really, really bad. What was the date last Thursday? The 23rd. Ah! It's okay. It's okay. We can breathe. I've got it. I just named it something that didn't make any sense to me. Playthrough part 1. I've got other save states here from other streams, and I've got stream 1, stream 2, stream 3, start screen, a couple of save points after I've rescued a character or two, and I was utterly confused, and it wasn't making any sense. And I couldn't see the one that's right in front of me now. You can't see it on the screen, but I can see it on mine. Playthrough part 1. There we go. As always, I have to notch the volume down for me. You should be okay. So notch it down a little bit for you so you can still hear me nice and clearly. Right. Gosh, I was worried then, I'll tell you. Absolutely worried. Okay. Magicland Dizzy, Commodore 64, Week 2, Day 2, Session 2, whatever you like. All the Yolk Folk are rescued. The evil wizard Zax has been defeated. We're now on a mission to find all 30 diamonds. And the problem is, I don't know where they are. So, let's get to it. Keyboard control, no joypads. I tried playing with the gamepad. Couldn't get on with it, particularly when jumping over the well. I have been cheating just ever so slightly, just a little teeny tiny bit, in that I've been using the save states to mean that I've still got 3 lives. So every time I die, I can just reset to the last save point, and carry on. But that's fine, because it's still fun. And basically, I just want to see what happens when you get to the end of this game. And yes, I know, if I could just look it up on YouTube, I'm sure. But, right, there's one up there. I need to figure out how to get onto that cloud. But before I do that, I'm just going to check. Very top of the castle. Can I get out this window? I'm not going to risk that because of the flaming torch. I don't think I can go out that window. I think I've tried that before. So, if you weren't watching last week, the reason for playing this is it was a childhood favourite game. I had the Commodore 64. I'm trying to think, when I got the Commodore 64, I was probably, I don't know, 9, 10 years old. I don't think I've been any older than that. And I don't remember getting this game specifically, but I know I did get it. I had it on a compilation box of 5 Dizzy games, and this one was always my favourite. I quite liked the look of Treasure Island Dizzy, but the fact that you only had 1 life made it very, very tough. So I never really got that into it. There's a diamond. Right, I need to be careful. Which way do I need to jump? And I'm also going to remember how to do the save states. Let's try and remember that. Quick save, Alt F11. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, so I'm worried about that flame. don't want to get hit by that if I can help it. Okay, there we go. Got a diamond. That's 20. There are 10 to go. Where they are, I have no idea. Could they be hiding? Yes, they could be. Could they be hiding behind any of these railings? Railings are a good place to look. And again, I could just look it all up. I dare say there's a guide somewhere. In fact, I know there is a guide somewhere, but I haven't looked for diamonds. That tells me where everything is. But let's try it and do it myself. If I get really stuck, then I'll go to the guide. So this playthrough now is essentially going to be me doing this. Is it this bit of railing? Is it this bit of railing? Is it this bit of railing? Oh, let's not drop Zach's ring. See, I thought it could be here because there's a slight difference. I was going to point to it on my screen, but you can't see me pointing on my screen, so that doesn't work. You can see me pointing, but you won't know what I'm pointing to. But just to the left of where, our left of where Dizzy is standing now, there's a slight difference in pattern on the railings. I thought maybe that was a clue. Seems not. Seems like there isn't one here. No. Fine. Okay. Let's just pop back over here. Can you get up there? Could try a jump and see if I can get up onto that ledge. Maybe there's a diamond hidden behind that railing. But I mean, there are other. Oh, I can't get up there. There are other Dizzy games, Fantasy World Dizzy, for example, that I never really got into, and that follows a similar basis to Magicland Dizzy. So I think it's the one before, isn't it? I think it's Dizzy 3. 3 lives. So it's very similar in that regard. But again, I just didn't get into it like I got into this one. This one just really clicked with me, and I'm not quite sure why. Right, there's nothing here, is there? No, there's nothing there. So, okay, we're going to go out the window. If I can get the jump point right. No! That's okay. I wanted to be up on those ledges, but that's alright. We're here now. We might as well have a little look around. See if we can find any hidden diamonds around here. Because I'm sure there, or in fact I know there are some that are going to be visible and obvious. I'm not sure if all 10 of them are going to be visible and obvious. What is 10 now? And frankly, while I'm here, I might as well just have a look, rather than getting all the obvious ones and then trying to go back to each screen. I didn't check that log. We'll check the log in a minute, the tree trunk. So it'll be fun if I can get to the point of completing this today. I do only have about an hour though, so no guarantee on that one, unfortunately. Oops, let's try not to catch the flames. What about any of these ropes? Could they be hiding? I mean, it doesn't make any logical sense. But this game is 1990, I think, so logical sense doesn't have to apply. But it doesn't look like it, does it? So the thing is, I don't also, all the diamonds might well be out in the open now. I know there are hidden ones because I know where 1 or 2 are. The thing is, I don't know how many are hidden. I suppose that's the thing. I could go and get all the visible ones, then I'd know. Okay, I've got all the visible ones. I know how many I'm looking for. I suppose there is that. Just means a lot of back and forth. I'm just thinking, if I'm here now, I might as well hunt just in case. There's no time limit on the game, so I don't think there'll be one in here. This is one behind the picture. No. If I go down there, I'm going to have to take the cross because I've got the vampire thingy. There's not going to be one down here. There isn't, because I've been down there and I've already looked. So there's one there though. Let's get rid of the cross. Let's go and get that one that's on the table. can never get this right. Is it this one? I think it is that one. I just got to get the right point. Yeah. Just jump up. Ah! Flaming fires. I've done it again. What am I doing? Gosh. Right. Just stand on the table, Dizzy, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Right, 9 to go. Any more around here? Oh, wait. Let's go there. Get off the fire, you silly thing. Goodness me. Right, this is Zach's tower, and I don't think... Oh, crikey, I'm just going to get myself killed. Just through badly judged jumps. Right, there's nothing up there, so that's okay. I think we can rule out Zach's tower. Can we rule out the west tower? I think so. I don't think there's going to be anything in the mirror thing. I'm pretty sure I've looked in there. So we won't worry about this now. We're going to start heading back and try and think where we've searched. Searched everywhere here. Unless it's really mean and hides it in the grass. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Can't get up there. Not this way, anyway. So I can't do anything else down here from here. I need to get up onto the ledges. No, fall! No, okay, right, that's not allowed. Okay, I've gone back a bit now. I'm cheating. I know I'm cheating. I shouldn't do it, but I am. Because, you see, I got so close to finishing this game. So close. Right, we've got to go back to the ice tower. Yeah, so close to finishing this game. And I ended up with one life and very little health. And, yeah, essentially couldn't do it. What's the jump point for that? I can never remember these jump points. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, good. Right, so this is where I want to be. We need to examine here to see if we've got any hidden diamonds. Without getting walloped by whatever it is that the gorilla throws. Oh, oh, oh! Found one, found one! Hey! Huzzah! Right. Save that. That's good. Right, I don't need the railing. The railing can go. Go back. Okay. Let's see then. Let's go back up here. Can't get up there. Oh no, it's going to fall. Oh, rats. Okay, well, while I'm down here. We know there's nothing here. We've already checked. We can just whiz through all of this. Right, where was it? There? Yes. No, there's nothing up there. It's just this one here. 22. So I'll have to go all the way back and then jump out the window again and then see if I can stay up on these ledges and see if there's anything hidden around up there. See, the annoying thing is as soon as you fall down you have to go all the way back. It's quite tedious. There's a lot of to and fro in this game, and that's one of the reasons I said last week, I think. It's one of the reasons why I never finished this game as a kid, because you couldn't save this game. The Commodore 64, certainly as far as Dizzy on cassette is concerned, anyway, I don't know about if there was a disc version that maybe was different, but as far as I'm aware, it wasn't. Keep that with me. yeah, as far as the Commodore 64 version was concerned, you couldn't save the game. So if you wanted to finish it, you were playing it in one go, or at the very least, you were leaving the computer on. And that's something I never did. Right, what we're doing, we're going out that window. So for that reason, I could never complete the game. I'd rescue one or two yoke folk, get bored, or have to do my homework or whatever. Right, how am I going to get up there without falling? Probably don't. Go this way. Yes. So yeah, so for that reason, you know, I'd rescue one or two yoke folk, and then I'd just have to turn the machine off. I'd have to say, right, that's the end of the game for now, and off I go. I wouldn't sit there for 2 hours or whatever to complete the game. And yeah, I've wanted to complete it for a long time. It's something I've just wanted to keep coming back to, and I have. Every time I've thought about, oh, I know, I'll put the emulator on and play some Magicland Dizzy, but that's as far as it's got. I put the emulator on, do 5 minutes of Magicland Dizzy, and then go and do something else. But broadcasting it like this, it's given me a bit more of an incentive to actually do things properly. Well, say properly, I mean, I know emulated, I know, save states. Across. Ah, missed. How do I get up there then? I've obviously done it already, I just can't remember. Because I've obviously gone across. I just wondered if there's anything hidden in that trunk, but maybe there isn't. But then, where do I want to jump from? So I can go up there. But I can't jump up there. Ah! Good. Right, let's check these. That's not going to get me here, I just wanted to check. It'd be really mean if there's one next to that gorilla. Really mean. Okay. About behind the house. I seem to remember in Treasure Island Dizzy there was one hiding around the house somewhere. As I say, I didn't play it much, but there was a little bit I did play, and I seem to remember finding a diamond or a scroll or something hiding behind a window. Alas, not in this case. Going up, sky, going down, control bridge. So it looks like it's not possible to get onto that cloud. It looks like it's a red herring. I can't get up there. So that presumably then is nothing. So I think I'm relatively safe in saying this section is done. I can go back to the castle. And focus on going the other way. Okay. There's nothing in here. There's nowhere it can be a diamond can be hiding in here. These things I don't need anymore to the best of my knowledge. There is that diamond on that cloud. I've got to figure out how to get to it. I've been all the way to the left here. I've been up the top there, so I don't think I need to worry too much about that. There is that awkward one there, which I've got to figure out how to get to. And I've got to get this one. Nope. Gone a long way. Up! Across. Can I jump onto the cloud from here? No, it doesn't look like it. And I'm going to go down on side. Yeah. Ah, just missed. That's a shame. Okay, well, we got 23. That's good. I will need to go back to the castle. Let's just have a quick look here. Make sure there's nothing hiding. I don't think there will be. I think if there was one there, I would have found it by now. Let's just check here, though. I want to get onto that one. Yeah. No, there's nothing there, so that's fine. Nowhere one can be hiding here, because that would dismantle the well, and that wouldn't make any sense. But again, games don't have to make sense. If I go down the well, I can have a little look at the secret dungeon thing. See if there's anything down here. There's a diamond there, so that was worth doing. That's good. Let's just see if there's any hidden ones anywhere. Doesn't look like it. Let's take that one then. 24. Ugh. I would have found a diamond there now because I've had a lot of problems with the antique lamp that was there, so I don't need to worry too much about that, I don't think. And that gets me back into the castle. So we've got that one up in the sky above the old well. We've got the one here, which I'm pretty sure that window's shut because I will burn myself going this way, I'm sure of it, yeah. Okay, let's just reload that. No point in losing that health. I know, cheating just a smidge. I can never get myself across that cloud without getting got by the mosquito. Now, I'm wondering, jump on the cloud, jump across. No, fool. Okay, that didn't work. Jump on the cloud and fall. Yes! Don't fall down. Got it. Get out of here. Okay, good. That's good, that's good, that's good. 25. There are 5 left. We know where 1 is, definitely. Let's go back through the well. Oh, I've gone this way a million times. Let's just go this way. Gone through that way a million times, and what happens when I say that? Goodness me. Right. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. That's what I meant to do. So we've got that one from that cloud. That's good. So now we need to figure out how to get this one. It's just up here. Again, got myself got by the bat or mosquito, whatever it is. Oh no, oh no. No, no, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall! Oh, could I have just done that all along? How rude. Right, quick check. No. Is it worth checking over there? Always worth it, I suppose. Did I check this area already? I don't think I did. So I'm going to check. Doesn't look like it. Don't want to fall down. Oh, I have found one. Yes, 27. I know there's definitely one in Hades, which I haven't got. That'll be 28. There might be one on the way down, which will be 29, but I'm not certain. So I'm going to keep looking. There won't be any more. Once you've found it, I think that's probably it. Ah. Right, cross and then jump back. Nope. Also no. Definitely no. How did I get up there? I've done it before, I've got up there. Absolutely have. Is it just timing from this ledge? Yes. Okay. I'm not losing my health over that. Okay, nothing there. Come on, I don't want to lose all my life. Okay, nothing there. Right, let's go. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Nothing there. As far as I know, there's nothing on Weird Henge. Okay. Let's... I think it's about this way then. Oh! Didn't have to land on there. I don't think it matters. That matters! So I'm not losing my health over this because I know I've got 2 more lives. 3 more lives. I've done exactly the same thing. This is going to kill me. No. Okay, good. Phew! Right, over here was Bushy Grove. Check Bushy Grove. Don't think there's going to be anything on the monolith, but let's have a look. It's not looking like it, is it? I'm pretty sure there's nothing in Weird Henge. I dare say I may well have got all of them that are hidden, apart from one which I know is in Hades. It's right at the end. Okay. Let's see if there's one behind this tree. No. I hate this jump because it's mosquitoes in the next screen. And they always, almost always, anyway, get me. Right, there was one here, but it looks like I've got that already. Nothing behind that tree. There was nowhere here that one could be hiding. So, up we go. Nowhere here. So there's those ledges there, but I'm not convinced they're anything but props. If I go up to the Eyrie, I will be killed, so it's no good there. I thought there was one here, but I've obviously got it. I'm a bit concerned then I haven't got everything I need. Ah, there's one down there, that's 28. I can never get through here without getting got. First time ever. 28. $29, and there's one at the top. I found them all. to get across here. I know where they all are. 29. And there is one hiding on that ledge up the top. I know that for a fact. It's just getting there. I've got 3 lives and nearly full health to do it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Where was it? Is it here? It's here somewhere. Come on. Yes. There it is. The final diamond is mine. 30 diamonds. Please let that be it. Right, ladies and gentlemen. The moment is here where, for the first time since I first played this game, probably 28 odd years ago, 28, 29, 30 years ago, well, not 30, it came out in 1990, I'm about to complete Magicland Dizzy on the Commodore 64. This is a momentous occasion. I've never done this before. Part of me doesn't want to do it. Part of me is thinking, leave it here. Then I've still not completed it. It's a bit weird. It's been it's a game that I've always enjoyed so much, but I've never got to the end of it. And this will be the moment that get my words out, changes. Although, to be fair, I have cheated. I have used numerous save point restores on the emulator, so I can still say I haven't completed it in the sort of the way the game makers intended. So there's still that. But this will be the first time that I actually see the ending of this game. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to complete Magicland Dizzy on the Commodore 64. Are we ready? Do I have Zach's ring? Yes, I do. Right. Let's see if I can get down there without touching these flaming flames. Not yet. Go, 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 go! Excellent! Now cast the ring into the cracks of Gehenna and destroy Zach's soul forever. I haven't done that yet. I thought that was it. Okay. Yeah. It's alright, I know what I've got to do. This really is it. This is so near the end. Idiots! Come on, I'm going to restore it because I've restored all this time. So I might as well finish it with 3 lives. There we go. Right. I need to get onto the middle one. Ah! You're just doing this to taunt me now, game. Come on. Come on. It really is. It's just taunting me. When I wanted the diamonds, I went straight across there. Not a problem. This time, no. Stop rolling! Why is it not... This is being awkward. Yes, there we go. Cast it into the lava. A terrible screaming sound marks Zach's final passing. Right, this is it now. This is it. We go back over here. Flames are gone. We've got 30 diamonds. Come on, free at last. For once, it seems I owe a debt. I'll get you home, but the spell requires 30 diamonds. Well, guess what? I have 30 diamonds. Send me home. Well done. I shall transport you to join your friends at home. Farewell, Dizzy. Bye-bye. Congratulations. Yes. Dizzy and his friends are safely home. The evil wizard Zax is dead at last, and the Yolk folk are safe once again. For now. Well done. Let's just bask in the glory of some SID music. Well, I am pleased. This will just go over and over. Well, that's quite a moment. I mean, yes, okay, I cheated. I used the save states to restore, make sure I finished with 3 lives. I probably didn't need to do that quite so much, but I did. I did it anyway. Just to be sure. And, yeah, every time I suffered a bit too much on the health bar, I'd restore it with the save states. So it has been a cheat. You can't deny that. It's still an objective, I suppose, to go and play through the game with the 3 lives and the health bar and not to restore from save states. How long did this take me? Well, we were streaming it for 40 minutes, so just under 40 minutes to do the final hunting of the diamonds. Now I know how the Alt folk are rescued and roughly where all these diamonds are. I guess I could do it a lot quicker. So maybe I should try again another time and see if I can do an unassisted playthrough. Might be worthwhile trying. Good. And then we're back to the beginning. I'm not going to play through it again now. Don't worry. But it's good. It's been, like I say, a game that I've never completed in any shape or form, be it assisted with an emulator or in its native form, unassisted. Excuse me. Good. Let's reset that. Let's just bask now in the glory of the Commodore 64 screen. Oh, the W doesn't work. I was going to write the web address. That's interesting. Why is that? My enter doesn't work either. My keyboard mapping obviously isn't up to scratch on the emulator. Let's have a little look. Settings. Come on, settings. Settings not responding. Oh, that's good. Input settings. Keyboard settings, keyboard mapping, positional. Okay, well, let's make it British. I don't know what the difference between symbolic and positional means. Let's change it to positional and see if that makes any more sense. See, A doesn't work, W doesn't work. Ah, you know what that is? That's the keyboard mapping, joystick mapping, isn't it? Of course. If I turn off, there we go, out of data. What is it, CLS? No, clear. How did you clear the screen? Oh, it was a run stop and something, and I don't want to know what the mapping is on the keyboard. Gosh, it's been a long time. Ah, quotes doesn't work. Where's that? Down there. Ah, can't type. There we go. How do you stop? What's run stop on this thing? I don't know. Reset. Soft reset. Alt F9. Yeah, it's good old Commodore 64. I did enjoy playing with that when I was... this is my first proper experience with the computer was Commodore 64. No, well, sort of. The first computer I ever came across and ever started using was the ZX81. which came out before I was born, but it was the first machine that I ever got to experience, and I'd load up a few games. Can't remember what the games were I had on the ZX81. I think there was chess. Well, certainly there was chess. I'm not sure if there was a flight sim. Was there a flight sim on the ZX81? It seems a little bit of a push. I had the 16K RAM pack, so that's a possibility. Let's just update the title here. Just chatting retro stuff. Having finished Magicland. Busy. Update. Yeah, so my first machine was a ZX81. Hello, you can see me now. Yeah, with a 16K RAM pack. And it's such a long time ago. I'm trying to remember what games I had. I don't have it anymore. I'm pretty sure there was chess. And I have this inkling that there was a flight simulator. I can sort of have a vague memory of a cassette and a box, sort of dark label. And I just want to say flight sim, but I don't know why. And I'm wondering if that's a mistaken memory, because it seems like it could be something that's far too much for something with 16K of RAM, expanded RAM. Let's take these off now. So yes, I had that, and then I got the Commodore 64, and I was not an early user of the Commodore 64 in any sense of the imagination. I mean, I got the Commodore 64 in the 90s, so Magicland Dizzy had already come out. I'm thinking it might have been when I was 9 or 10. I mean, it could have been when I was 8, but I think that might be a little bit too early. So probably when I was about 9 or 10, I got the Commodore 64. It was an original, you know, the bulky, blocky, brown-hued model, not the one that looked like the Amiga. And I only had a cassette, the data set, as it was called, which was a bit of a revelation, really, because the ZX81, like the later Sinclair machines, they would have the tape. You'd have a tape player, a book standard tape player with a headphone out and a microphone in for loading and saving data to tapes, and you have to make sure the volume was just right so you didn't overload the input on the computer itself and all that. And of course the Commodore 64 comes along, and I have a data set which has a proper data connection into the computer. No faffing around with any of that nonsense about making sure your cables are plugged in properly and your volume level is set correctly and all that, and presumably mic gain for saving data onto a tape. None of that. Just plug it straight into the back of the computer and you're fine. As long as your connector is clean and you've properly seated it properly, you're good to go with the data set. So that was a bit of a revelation. But yeah, so it was probably 9 or 8. No, I don't think I was 8. I'd say 9 or 10. Let's say 9 or 10 I got my Commodore 64. But it was the 90s, so it wasn't a new machine. When did the Commodore 64 come out? There's a question. Commodore 64. Let's have a little look. Yeah, 1982. Wow. See, so that was way before I got hold of the machine, which would have been in the 90s. So I got hold of it very much at the tail end of its life. When was it discontinued? 1990 something? 1994. So maybe 2 years, 3 years before it was discontinued was when I got the machine. Almost certainly second hand, because I say it was one of these, the original bulky brown coloured machines rather than the Amiga styled one. But yeah, and no disk drive, so I was always using the data set, the cassettes, to load and save. And of course, you spend an age waiting for a game to load, but yeah, that anticipation, there's no instant gratification with those machines. But it was a different age. You can imagine nowadays trying to, well, I suppose to a point. I mean, you don't have it with loading, but you have it with a game. You want to install a new game, you've got to wait for the download, haven't you? And to install it to your console or your PC, whatever you're doing, and then every now and again you have to deal with patches last time I played Grand Theft Auto, I had to download gigabytes of patches for it. So there is still an element, I suppose, of having to wait to play your game, but not like there was back in those days, where you were guaranteed. If you want to play Magicland Dizzy, I was putting that cassette in that cassette deck, typing load or pushing what is it, Shift Run Stop or Commodore Run Stop or something like that to automate the loading, and then push play on tape and wait 5 minutes for the game to load. That was what you'd have to do every single time, guaranteed. So yeah, you had to be patient. And same with saving your stuff as well. I mean, that time you spend typing in programs from computer magazines or the when I first got it and I started with the manual, that had some sample programs in there, and you type, and then save it to your tape, and you have to wait and save it, and then was there a verify command? I think there was, wasn't there? You'd save it, and then you do a verify, and hope that it had worked, and if it hadn't worked, save it again and verify again, and it's such a time-consuming process. Not like now, it's like typing a program in, and then just quick save, and then carry on, type, quickly save, type, save every 5 seconds if you want to. Couldn't do that then. Boo. And the disappointment when the computer crashed and it's been ages since the last time you saved your program. Oh no, what a nightmare that was. So yeah, computers are so much better nowadays in comparison, but I still have such a soft spot for the Commodore 64. Yeah, it was a good machine. It was a good introduction to computers for me. It was a good introduction to the concepts of programming. Not that I've become a programmer, but I do a little dabbling around with websites every now and again, HTML, and which isn't programming. I know it's scripting. JavaScript, which is scripting, but there's a lot of stuff in there that has its, you get a basis for it when you learn BASIC back in the 80s and 90s. So it's certainly on a good stead for understanding computers and how they work and how you can make them do what you want to do, rather than just a computer being a machine where you download an app and it does whatever the app says, and as we call them now, apps or programs back in the day, and that's all it does. You buy your software and that's it. There's the whole concept of I can make this computer do what I want it to do, not what someone else wants it to do, what I want it to do. That's very, very good lesson, a key lesson. So I've got a lot of fondness for the Commodore 64 still. I'm glad I've managed to complete Magicland Dizzy. It was definitely a favourite game. I'll have to think of some other games that I would have played. I had so many. I remember my neighbour did once have a clear out, and this neighbour had a huge collection of Commodore 64 stuff, games, tapes and things. Lots of them, I think, if I recall correctly, were demos from magazine covers and the like. And I think there would have been some proper full applications in there as well. So essentially I had this huge box of tapes, didn't know what to do with them, and no real sort of curation of what's good and what's not. It's like load up one game and oh yeah, that's nice, and then okay, what's this tape? Load up that one, oh yeah, that's nice, and it'll just carry on like that, and I never really sort of settle into a game like I did with Magicland Dizzy. So I'm wondering if when I got the Dizzy games, they would have been before that event happened, before I got that clear out of a load of tapes, quite possibly, because I'd had fewer games, and therefore would have been more likely to focus. But then, of course, I didn't complete the game, so I obviously didn't focus that much. And I had 4 other Dizzy games. It was a compendium of 5, I'm sure it was. So there was definitely Treasure Island Dizzy. There would have been the original Dizzy, that's 2. So yeah, original Dizzy, Treasure Island Dizzy was number 2. Then there was number 3, which I think was Fantasy World Dizzy. Then there was Treasure Island Dizzy, and there would have been another one after that. And then I had Quick Snacks as well, which is a more arcadey game. I had Dizzy Down the Rapids. And I had Panic Dizzy. That was a good one, actually. I remember enjoying Panic Dizzy, or particularly I seem to remember enjoying the theme music. I'm just trying to think what other games I would have had. There was Maze Mania. That was one where you had to go around a maze, oddly, and flip over the tiles to a different colour. Make sure all the tiles were flipped over, and then you go to the next level, if I remember correctly. So there was that. There was a circus-based game, I think, I had, but I can't remember what that was called. There was... what was it called? Clax? Does that sound familiar? Clax. I remember the title, the intro come up. It's obviously recent 1990 because it said, "This is the 90s. It's time for Clax." I wonder if I can find Clax. Puzzle video game. There we go. And it was 1990. Let's see. There's an arcade game released on various platforms. Let's see if I can find a Commodore 64 version. C64, Clax C64 wiki. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. Let's see if I can share this window with you. Window capture. I've tried this before. Let's see if this works. Browser, Firefox. Oh, it's only a white screen. Oh, that's disappointing. I wonder why that is. I want to show you the web page, but well, hang on a minute. No, I haven't set a web page up, have I? No. I'm trying to show you Firefox, and all I'm getting is a blank screen. I'll show you. All I'm getting is that, which I obviously don't want. So that's a bit weird. It's quite disappointing because I was going to show you screenshots of the game that I remember. And I don't remember much about it apart from some falling tiles. What did you have to do? Description. Game mechanics is very simple. Tiles of different colours need to be led into one of the 5 bins. The aim is to build a clax. This consists of at least 3 tiles of the same colour that need to be aligned horizontally, vertically or diagonally. As soon as a clax is built, the corresponding tiles disappear and the tiles above fall down according to gravity. By this, a chain reaction can happen, which in turn gets you extra points. It's got some similarity to Tetris then, really. Just not with different shapes, it's tiles. So see if I can find a copy and put that on the emulator. So there's that. Maze Mania, Clax, all the different dizzies. I liked Quick Snacks. Quick Snacks dizzy was fun. Until it got too hard and I got bored. Panic Dizzy. That had falling shapes and you had to slide a bar along the bottom. With different shapes. So there's a cross, circle, square, triangle, and all these shapes that fall down in different tubes. And you line up the bar at the bottom to catch them. That was a good one. What else? I wish I could remember. There was a presumably a war type game because I remember a helicopter flying around and you had and some people popping up, and it's not very nice. You had to shoot them all. I can't remember what that was called though. Was it Beachhead or something? Maybe Beachhead. Let's have a look for Beachhead. I'm looking things up on the browser. You can't see them. It's really annoying. Beachhead C64. Yeah, it was Beachhead. I think it was. It looks vaguely familiar, at least anyway. So that was another one. Yeah, I wish I still had them. Had all my games. And then I could look through and say, oh yeah, that was one I used to play a lot. I specifically remember Maze Mania and Clax. And I say all the Dizzy games that I had. So there's definitely a recollection of those. Those are obviously some of the key ones that I would play, but there must be more. I used to get the magazines like Zap, for example, and they'd have cover tapes on them. So, oh, there was a skateboarding one called Skate Crazy. I used to like that. That was fun. Skate Crazy, yeah. Was that was on a cover tape, I think. I've got a copy. I've got some ROMs because I bought a CD from HMV years and years ago, full of ROMs. Attach tape image. Let's see. Let's see what I can find. Oh, I've got clacks. Might be a disc though. Let's have a look. Clacks. Here we go. It's warping, and it's still taking a long time. Ah, yes, remember those bars. Oh, I lost my mouse for a second there. That was weird. So you'd never believe I've got these from HMV, would you? I haven't got run stop, so can I just press space to get rid of through all of this? Please. I don't know what run stop is, so I might not be able to play it. Oh, it's not. Right, I need to find a key mapping for Vice. Keyboard mapping. There's a page that says about the key mapping. No, doesn't exist. Great. Run stop is mapped to the caps lock key and restore to the page up key. Well, I'm pressing caps lock and that's obviously not doing anything, so. So much for trying this. Let's have a little look at settings, keyboard, symbolic. Let's put it back to symbolic. Doesn't. If it is run stop, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. That's unfortunate. Never mind. Worth a try. Shift. Caps lock isn't doing anything, so yeah, I need to figure out the keyboard mappings before I can play any other games really, or anything that requires me to push run stop to actually start the thing. What was I actually looking for? I was looking for something. I went looking for something and I found clacks, which I was talking about earlier. So I don't remember what I was looking for. Skate Crazy, that was it. I was going to have a look. Let's see what I can find. Okay, where are all my ROMs? Disk images, presumably under S. The thing is, these are so old, they're all 8-character file names, and I don't know what half of them are. I literally got thousands. All on a CD. Oh, there we go, Skate Crazy, that looks like it. So can I load? No? Oh, come on. Oops, Skate Crazy. Game 1 or Game 2? I don't know. I don't remember. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know what you want from me. Oh Come on, I just want to play Skate Crazy. Come on, I've only got about 5 minutes. Let's just mash the keys. Nope. Doesn't want to know, does it? Okay, 1 doesn't work, 2 doesn't work. Let's put the joysticks on. Settings. Allow. Fire. No. Swap the joysticks over. No. Well, that's a mystery. Up and down doesn't do anything. So, okay, so that obviously doesn't work. That's a shame. Yeah, there's so much stuff in here, and you know, sometimes I suppose really I just need to go through things and try and name things. Flimbo's Quest. I like Flimbo's Quest. I love the music for Flimbo's Quest. Come on, it's warping. This is how slow game loading was. This is warping at 500%, 700% at the moment, and we're still sitting here waiting. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. %. Ready. Run. Good. Run. Let's go. Come on. Whatever. Oh, it's one of these ones. No. 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 What I want to do is listen to the music. There we go. Yeah, I used to like this one. Never went too far on it because it's one of those ones where you finish a level and then, well, as far as I remember anyway, on the disc version, which I've only ever played on the emulator because I didn't have a disc drive. You get to the end of a level and then it's load, 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 and then you get another level and then it's load, 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 load. So I just get impatient. My friend had this game, and it was the only time I saw a Commodore 64, but the game console version. So no keyboard, as far as I remember correctly. It was just a box that would sit in the living room, and you put the cartridge in, like a normal games console. And this game was on a cartridge. And the regular Commodore 64 could do cartridges. It had a slot in the back. I think I had 1 or 2, but I didn't have this one, I don't think. But yeah, maybe I'll play that at some point on the stream. So that was always a good game. I don't know what else I've got. What else have I named? I've got a load of games here that I've actually named. Mayhem in Monsterland, I could never figure out what the devil I had to do. Panic 64, very, very old game. Probably the first game I played with my machine when I got it. But you can tell it's an old game because it looks it. Wouldn't be surprised if it was like released in the first year or two that the machine was available. There we go. Do we have a copyright date? No. Interceptor Software, Panic 64. That will get annoying, won't it? There's a Wikipedia page about Interceptor Micros, also known as Interceptor Software. Early days, let's see. They formed a partnership in 1982. That was when the Commodore 64 was released, mind you. So yeah, it was definitely after release. Panic 64 doesn't have a Wikipedia article. It's too small, obviously, which is a shame. So I'm not going to be able to play this properly, am I? Because can I? Oh, I can. So this is one of these games where you just got to go up the ladder and try and avoid getting got by these blob monster things. Oh, and I've got to kill them, that's right. So I've got to lure them and then blow up. And that's obviously not good enough. I got rid of one. Oh, that's not going to get him. Get up that ladder. Yeah, there we go. It's a very, very simple game. You know, when you compare it to later games. This will be easy because I can just wake in. Oh no, I can't. Oh, he's going to get me. No, blow him up. No, I'm stuck. Ah. So that was yeah, that was the first game I had on the Commodore 64. I remember that now. It's come back to me. So that was fun. Anyway, I'll have to have a little think about what I'm going to do for more Throwback Thursday retro gaming stuff on this stream. I've enjoyed playing Magicland Dizzy. It's finished. It's done. I might come back to it at some point and try and do it without the cheating element, without restoring for the save points every time I die. That might be fun, but I'm not going to do that straight away because otherwise this just becomes the Magicland Dizzy show every Thursday, and I don't want that. So I'll have a think about what other games are going to come up on this channel in that regard. With other things, let's just... There we go. Yeah, with other games, non-retro stuff. I had this camera's widescreen at one point, and it's gone. Oh well, I'll go in the middle of the. There you go. I'll go in the middle of the bars, the Commodore 64. Yeah, so retro gaming. I'll think of some other games that I can put on the stream. Probably primarily Commodore 64 focused. I might go into the consoles. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System was my one. So I might go into that. Maybe even a little bit of Mega Drive with Sonic the Hedgehog. Played a little bit of that when I was young as well, but never had that machine. That was always at a friend's or something. So that will be for Thursdays. I'll have to plan those. Other games that come up on the channel. It's not a retro dominated stream, so I've got more regular PC games on the go. Cities Skylines is my primary one at the moment for a bit of city building simulation, and that comes up quite frequently. And I'm also playing Horace, which is a platformer in the 8-bit style release last year. And I've also started Mark of the Ninja, another platformer with a stealth focus, which has had a remastered release. Don't know when, but it's an older game, but it's been remastered. So that's on the go as well. So you'll see those crop up on this stream. If you want to watch those, want to join me on a Just Chatting session, a bit like this one, then please feel free to do so. It'll always be good to have people join in. Particularly on the retro stuff, if there's anything in particular that would be good to see for the Commodore 64, it'll be a particular focus, as I say, then do just say. Hit the follow button, hit the notification bell, make sure you know when streams are coming up. Have a look at twitch.tv/BG2019UK, where you can see a rough schedule. It's not a set in stone schedule, but it is a rough schedule of when further broadcasts will be coming up. And also follow over on Twitter at BenPlaysGB. BenPlaysGB on Twitter, and again, I may well post upcoming ideas, what I'm going to do later on the channel, and also when I'm imminent to go live, as it were. So yeah, that'll do for today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining in and having a look at the stream and watching Magicland Dizzy played to its completion at long last. For the first time since I got the machine, probably back in 1992, maybe 93, can't really remember, but we're sort of looking at 17, 18 years ago, so it's been a long time coming, and it's finally happened that the game has been completed with some cheating because it's an emulator and you can do save states. I've said that so many times. Let's just forget it. Let's just stop. We're done. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again, and yeah, ta-ta.